Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to Therapy with Miss T, where I'm Miss T and I'm here to give you guys a message. Okay, so as always, I hope you are blessed, safe, and well. This is Therapy with Miss T, where we keep it real, raw, and uncut. But as always, I let you know I am not a therapist. Okay, I'm intuitive, so I pick up on the energy and the messages from the Most High. If you've helped one, you've helped some. So I hope that this message helps someone. But if you need help, feel free to reach out to someone and get the help that it is that you need. There's nothing wrong with speaking with someone. There's nothing wrong with getting help, and there's nothing wrong with getting therapy. Okay, so yeah, guys, I'm just hearing things are gonna change. Thank you, Spirit. Some things are about to change, okay? In a drastic and in a major way. Like, there's some things that are about to change, all right? For you and your life and your environment and your surroundings and your circumstances and your situations. There's some things that are about to change, right? But it's so crazy because, thank you, Spirit, I'm being drawn back to what the Most High was really placing on me for today, right? And today is Saturday, December 3rd, 2022. But whenever you feel drawn to this message, that's when it's meant for you, okay? And it's so crazy because I'm hearing stamped, okay? So you're stamping something, or something is being stamped, or it's being signed, it's being sealed, it's being delivered, it's being given. There's something that's just being made known now, okay? There's something that's being stamped, or you are receiving something, or you're stamping your name to something, or you're putting your time into something, or you're going full throttle with something, or you're about to, okay? You're about to, okay? And there's something about being lit or being sparked, or this fire that's about to be lit up under you. There's something that's just going to give you a desire, a drive, an ambition to live, to want to go, to want to be, to just want to be you, right? Just wanting to be you now. Just wanting to be you and who you truly are and who you were truly meant to be. And there's something around this time, guys, where this is Therapy with Miss T, where we keep it real, raw, and uncut. But every day is not your day. Every message is not your message. But if you've helped one, you've helped some. So I hope that my message helps someone. And it's never to offend anyone. It's to keep it real, raw, and uncut with you. And this channel is going to be for those that can overstand and understand, that are awoken, that are awake. Because that's what this channel is about. Waking people up to God, to the Most High, to Spirit, the Holy Spirit. It's time to wake these people up. All day today, the Most High kept placing on me. In the Bible, it says, only things you do for Christ will last. The only things you do for Christ will last. That's it. Nothing else matters because nothing else is going to last. The only things you do for Christ will last. The only things. And there are some people that have forgotten just that. And these are some of the most hard-body, religious-going people. What have you done for Christ? What are you doing? And it's not to offend anyone, but it's to remind yourself sometimes that you are not here on your own mission. You are here on His mission. His will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That is what it says. Have you been doing His will? Have you been trying? Have you been going full throttle to what it is the Most High called you to do? Everybody's not meant to be a pastor. Everybody's not going to be a preacher. That's okay. That's not the only way to find God. You are supposed to be whatever He created you to be. He's your creator. You have gifts. You have purpose. And there are some people that forgot that you too were a child of God. They didn't know that God loved you like that. They didn't know that God had your back like that. They didn't know who God was. They thought they knew who God was. They thought they was going to make it to the other side. They thought that Noah was crazy when he was talking about building the ark. They thought. That's all they do. They were thinking. You were doing. They were talking. You were applying. They were criticizing. You were grinding. That's what they thought. That's what God wanted them to believe. It was an illusion. They didn't know the power that you had within you. They didn't know who the Most High God really was in your life. They didn't know because they weren't supposed to. God is a God of power. He's very smart. He's the smartest thing in the world. You cannot outsmart him. No matter who you think you are, you cannot outsmart God. Ask Satan how that turned out. Ask Satan. Let's talk about it. You cannot outsmart the Most High. The Most High is who created you. That is why it says he knew you before you were in your mother's womb. He already knew you, for he knows the plans. Jeremiah 29:11. These people didn't know the plan. He didn't let them know the plan. He let you know the plan. And you were learning the plan as you were going along. Because you prepared. Because you listened. Do you think Noah didn't want to give up with building? Do you think Noah wasn't tired of hearing the rhetoric from the townspeople? You think Noah didn't have to hear that he had went crazy? You think Noah didn't have to hear that he had lost his mind? You think Noah wasn't going through some type of stuff in the town or however they were living? He went through it. He went through it as he built that ark. Can you imagine how much faith you have to believe? Only for it to actually happen, for it to rain. For it to rain. And if only those people had listened. They didn't want to listen because of what they thought. It's always about what you think. It's what they thought of Noah to be. A drunk. Somebody that had lost his mind. It's what they think of you to be. Someone that has lost your mind. And you lost it only to find it when you found the Most High God. And that is what these people cannot believe. Is that they know it is only nothing other than God that is backing you. And only if they had believed. Because see now, to wake up realizing that you really hurt someone. And not only did you hurt them, not only did you judge them, not only did you talk about them, not only did you slander them, not only did you laugh at them, not only did you call them crazy, not only did you try to do witchcraft, black magic, spell work towards them, only if they knew. There's some people that don't have no idea what you have been battling. There are some people that don't have a clue what you have had to endure. There are some people that couldn't even fathom how you made it. How you made it. Do you know what it is to make it? Through some stuff that was supposed to take you out. Take you out. You are battling the principalities of darkness that can take you out. If you are a child of God, if you're not doing the work, that's what it wants to do. Kill, steal, and destroy. Destroy. That is what it does. It destroys. And that is what has been around some of you guys. Things that destroy you. And when you are going towards what it is that the Most High has called you to do, they are going to call you crazy. You know why? Because it says only the things you do for Christ will last. What did they do to Jesus? Whatever you want to call him. This is Therapy with Miss T, where we keep it real, raw, and uncut. But today we calling him Jesus. And what did they do to him? If all things and the only things that matter is what you do for Christ, well, what you do for Christ may get you crucified. What you do for Christ may get you laughed at. What you do for Christ may get you ridiculed, may get you talked about, may get you a few Judases, what you do for Christ. Because they don't want you to live for Christ. Because then that shows that you too are a child of God. Who are they to say that God can't love you? Who are they to say that he can't pick you? Who are they to say that you can't be chosen? Who are they to say that you're not hearing from the Holy Spirit? Who are they? Who are they? Are they God? Are they the one in control of your soul? Are they the one that can check you out today, tomorrow, right now, at this second? They don't control nothing. It is in God's hands. And there are some people that have forgotten just that. And it is time to remember who you are. And this is not to offend anyone, but it's to keep it real, raw, and uncut with you. What are you doing for Christ? What are you doing to do the work, to do the will? His will be done. You can talk about it, but do you know what it is to actually be about it? Like for real, be about that life. When it's time to go hard body for God, when you on the battlefield fighting spiritual attacks, if these people only knew. If these people only knew. People have sent some things your way. Your way. They didn't want you to even be alive. They don't want you here. They don't want you to live. They don't want you to be around. They can't stand it. They can't stand you. They couldn't stand Christ. And he was there to help save them. Many will be after me. Noah was sent to help save them. There's a lot of them that have been sent to help save us. If only we can believe. Take our jealousy out, our envy, our hatred, our egos, our pride. What you jealous for? Why? Ask yourself. Because if you seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, he said all things will be added unto you. You can't get mad at somebody for seeking him. You can't get mad at somebody for not only seeking him, but finding him too. What you mad at? Why are you mad? Ask yourself. Why are you mad? Because somebody really chose to believe in God? Isn't that what you hear your whole life? In church, that's all I used to hear growing up as a little kid. Higher, higher. There was a song, lift Jesus higher. Lower, lower, stomp the devil lower. What happened to them days when we was actually in church, singing and really believing? Some of us, real congregation, real saving of your brothers and sisters in Christ, real, I'ma really pray for you, real, not when it became fake. These people aren't praying for you. They praying on your downfall. They don't want you to win. They can't stand that they got to look up to you. The one they always looked beneath. The one they always looked down on. The one they always talked about. The one they never thought had any sense. The one they thought that would never wake up to God. The one they thought would never get themselves together. The one they thought was promiscuous and all out in the streets and everywhere and around and about. The one they thought. They thought. It's always about what they thought. Don't worry about what they thought. Worry about what the Most High God says. Because the only things you do for Christ will last. So the only thing that matters is what the Most High says. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing more. It's going to be what he wants it to be, whether you want it to be or not, because he already knows the plans. That means you're already at the end. You're just not there right now, but you're there. Wherever the end is for you, you've already gotten there. You're just lucky to be given another second, another day to try again. These people are going to laugh at you. Let them laugh. There are some people that have said some of the most heinous, hideous things about you. Thought some of the most craziest things of you. They didn't know that you could really find God. They didn't know that God could really love you. They didn't believe that he could save a wrench like you because of what it looked like, because of how it appeared, because of how it came off, because of how it looked. They judged a book by its cover when it came to you. And it's always the books with the torn pieces that are the best books in the library. Yes, I had to go to the library. I'm sorry my mother made me learn. I can't not know what I know. People will hate you for your intelligence, for what you know. Not that you're the smartest person in the world, but that you're not going to act like you don't have some sense, common sense. Yes, I had to read. I had to go to school. I had to stay in the library while other kids got to play. And I never overstood or understood. I used to hate it. It was miserable. I was miserable. But I learned in that library. I read in that library. I studied in that library. I loved science fiction novels in that library. And I can give her credit, if nonetheless, to that. And I cannot excuse for what I had to go through while other kids got to play, while everybody else got to play. You had to study, you had to learn, you had to work. You didn't get to play. See, everybody else went and played. You didn't have time to play because you knew you were on a mission, and you knew that the only things that will last are the things for Christ. And no matter how long it takes, that is the only thing that will ever matter. And see, I look back at a lot of things now from my childhood that I used to take as miserable, and I couldn't really understand why I had to always be in that bed early or reading or stuck doing something like, and all the other. I get it now. Because some of those things that I couldn't stand actually shaped me the most. It's those things you can't stand that will shape you the most. Those are your building blocks. Those are your building blocks. I cannot apologize for the fact that I had to be in a library reading books. Those were my building blocks. But what I learned in them books is that every book I loved, I used to love some R.L. Stein and Goosebumps and all them science fiction books. Every one I ever picked, it was the ones with the torn up pages. That was the best novel. And these people judged you by a book. You would pass over it. Oh, it don't look new. It don't look, yeah, I know, it's not supposed to. It's not about what it looks like. It's about what's on the inside. And that is what these people forgot, is that what you were and who you were on the inside. You cannot feel sorry. You cannot feel bad. You have done the work. You have given yourself to the Most High. You are doing His will be done. That doesn't mean you're perfect. It don't mean you don't have your days, your moments, your times, that you don't have your times where you just want to give up, where you want to say, okay, I'm over it, bump it, I'm done. Yes, you're going to have your moments. You're going to have your times. You're going to have your times. But when you know you are doing the will of the Most High, and you know you are really trying to follow your path, your course, just know that there are some people that are going to hate you for that. Why? Because they hated Christ for the same things. No, we're not Him. but they will hate you for following him. That is why they hate you. Because you're not talking about it like them. You're being about it. Some of them were just talking, putting on. It was a facade. They didn't know. They could not believe. They couldn't even imagine that out of everybody in the bunch, God chose you. Out of everybody it looked like he should have picked, he picked you. Out of everybody else it looked like he should have chosen, why would he choose that one? Why that one? That's not the one that was faithful. That's not the one that was going to church. That's not the one that was this. That's not the one that was that. Why that one? Why you pick that one, God? They could be questioning God, mad at God as to why he picked you. Because of your heart. Because of your heart. And there are some people that forgot that God loves you too, right? And who are any of us to say that he doesn't love us all, right? There are some people that are going to find the Most High truly because of you. That's a good thing. That's what you were sent here to do. Wake people up. That's what your purpose is. That's why you're here. To wake them up. That's what it means to be chosen. That's what it means when it says that you are one of his chosen one. Many are called. A few are chosen. But many get a call. But he chooses the ones with the hearts. Is your heart pure? Is your heart clean? That's why I always tell you guys, check your heart space. Because he's looking for the cleanliness of that. Your heart. Did you forget what it was to have a heart? Did you forget what it was to know that we can't judge? It says he who is without sin should cast the first stone. None of us are without sin. None of us can cast a stone. Who are we? Who are we to judge? Because God only knows what he saved some of you guys from. You know, you have no idea what the Most High has saved you from. You can't even fathom what's on the other sides spiritually of what he saved you from. Witch doctors, black magic, this stuff is real. Going against people's free will, it's real. Doing love spells, it's real. Doing money spells, it's real. Taking other people's finances, causing havoc in their life, sex magic, it's real. But see, when you start talking about it, people think you are crazy. They think you deranged. They don't know that you know what you actually could be talking about is true. Because the only things that you do for Christ will last. And that means the only things you do in truth will last. The only things you do in real will last. The only things you do in being yourself will last. Because when you become your true highest self, you have become the self that is working for the Most High God. He has us in all different kind of fields. That's why you should never be jealous of anyone that he has put in that field. Because it tells you if you seek him, he'll put you in your field where you will really be happy. Happy. So, because he knows the desires of your heart. So, like I said, I don't know who this message is for, but for someone, the Most High really kept placing on me for today that it is time to remember that the only things you do for Christ will last. And it's time to remember that, right? It's time to remember that. And it's time to really check your heart. Your heart. Because some people didn't know who they were really hurting. Some people didn't know who they were really laughing at. Some people really didn't know who they were talking about. But some people did. Some people did. A lot of people did. Why? Because they actually knew you. They knew you were a good person. They knew you had a good heart. They knew you were a good soul. They knew you were a genuine person that didn't want to hurt anybody. They knew that you were coming with love. They knew that you were sweet. They knew that you were nice. They knew. There are some people that really knew. And there's some people that didn't know and went off of what others that did know would say about you. Can you imagine? The ones that really know you for who you are, to go say that you're the total opposite of who you are, to laugh at you and call you names to others, only for the others to wake up and find out that you are nothing like what they said you were. Can you talk about some people coming to God? Because they are now seeing that you are nothing like what all these people may have said you were. Right? Isn't that a hypocrite? If I'm not mistaken. People saying things, and it's nothing like what they said it was. I don't know if it is or not, y'all. Don't judge me. But there are some people that have really tried to make others believe some things of you. And it's just sad. Because at the end of the day, how would you feel if the rabbit was, if the shoe was on the other foot? How would you feel? How do you feel when the tables turn? Because it tells you that the tables are going to turn. It says he prepares the table amongst your enemies. So he's telling you that the table will turn because he prepares the table. If you give him time, it takes time to build up that table. It takes time to get it just right. That table. The Most High is very, very particular about how he moves to get things just right. Just right. And it tells you that the table will be prepared. And there are some people that can't believe what they allowed their self to believe off of other people. And not only taught the people that knew you for real a lesson. It's teaching the people that thought they knew the people that knew you a lesson too. That you can't go off of hearsay. That you can't go off of what he say, she say. That you got to seek ye first to find out. You got to ask God to find out who that person really is. You got to use your discernment. That is what is being taught around this time. That is the lesson. In today's lesson with Miss T on Saturday, December, I want to say 3rd, 2022, is remembering that the only things you do for Christ are what last. And thank goodness you listened, right? Because some of you guys really did listen. Some of these people don't know that some of you guys are actually living out the same exact stories in the Bible. Who has had a Job moment where you've lost it all? Financially, almost mentally, cursing the day that you were born, wishing and praying that you hadn't even existed. How many of you have been like Job? Money all kind of funny, losing everything left and right. Don't know why this is happening to you. Feeling cursed because you knew you were a believer, but yet you were going through the most craziest things. Job was telling you If you've ever felt like a parent looked beyond you and always saw everyone else, David is the perfect example of that. His own father didn't want to see the potential in his son. He didn't want to see it in that son. He wanted to see it in the other son. You should have just been happy that the Most High chose a son of yours. But that wasn't good enough because of who he chose to be a king, because it's not what they thought. There's a lot of people that have been having these same exact scenarios in their life. Someone's brothers may have set them up, threw them away into slavery, only for you to become the overseer of the food to feed them at the end. At the end. And when you think of Joseph, when you think of all the stories, when you think of everything that has happened in the Bible, and you think of what has happened in your life, you can start to actually pair them up. And for some of you guys, you were sent here to remind people just who the Most High is. That was your soul's purpose. That was your mission. That is your mission. To awaken his children. To bring him his sheep. To remind them who their father is. That's why you are here. So you were supposed to be laughed at. I know it hurt. You were supposed to be ridiculed. I know it sucks. You were supposed to be thrown away, tossed away, called crazy, deemed all these things. You were supposed to. Why? Because you were doing the only things that will last for Christ. And that meant that you took up somewhat some of the things that you were going to have to go through. Learning who Judases are in your life and how you can be set up by some of the same people that are following you, getting close to you, right? There's a lot of things you can learn if you're willing to really open your heart and your mind. Your mind. It's time to open your mind. And I keep being drawn back to my message, thank you, Spirit, Fool's Gold, right? Where I said in the message that you could have gold or you could have fool's gold. There were some people that thought you were fool's gold. They didn't know you were gold. They didn't know you were gold. They didn't know your weight. They didn't know your value. They didn't know who you were in spirit. You didn't even know. You still don't know. You're still on your journey to finding out. But they didn't know. And there's some people that are realizing now that it's not a game, that it's not a joke, and that it's for real. And it's time, right? It's time. So I don't know who this message is for, but that's what the Most High was placing on me today. And like I said, I am not here to offend anyone, but this channel is going to be for the ones that know how to keep it real, raw, and uncut, or who want to accept that real, raw, and uncut, is there something about cups? Uncut messages. And, you know, people are going to talk about you guys. People going to laugh at you. They're going to call you everything other than a child of God. Everything other than it. But when they wake up, oh, they wake up. And there's some people that are waking up, have woken up, and may feel some sort of shame. Honestly, can you imagine the guilt and the remorse, the pain? They feel it. They feel it. So that's the message, guys. Just remember that nothing else in this life is going to matter other than what you do for your calling, your purpose, and what the Most High has placed for you. Nothing else matters. And once you realize that and you truly come to that overstanding and understanding that even whatever is going on in your life, that even whatever does seem to matter, that really doesn't matter because it's not, none of that matters. Like, for real. The only thing at this point that matters is God. I mean, at least that's how it is for me. If it's not about the Most High, I'm sorry, but not sorry. Like, I don't know. I don't want no other parts, right? Like, I still want to live my life, granted. But I'm saying, like, you got to really not just talk about it. You got to really be about it, because the Most High needs some strong ones on his team. You got to be strong to be on God's side, right? Like, you got to have that warrior, that battling, like that I can't give up, I can't give in, like I got to go hard. That's how you got to be when you are seeking what it is that he wants you to do. That's how you got to be for it, because that's just how it is for me. Okay? So that's the best advice that I can give to y'all, is to be about it. Talk about it and be about it too. And show them what it means to give yourself to the Most High. Show these people what it means to follow God, because that shows them that they can get their blessings too. Show these people what it means to submit, because that shows them that they can get what they're meant to receive too. Show these people what it is to give your full honor and attention and glory and praise to the Most High. Show them what it is so that they can try to find it too. Show them, because that's all it is that a hater is. Someone that don't know God. Because if they knew God like you knew God, they would know you have no reason to hate. You have no reason to be jealous. Because if you stay content on the Father and you seek him first, he will give you your instructions. He will let you know what's best for you. Why would you have to hate? For he knows the plans to prosper you. Hope, future, prosper. Prosperity. Do you know what that means? To be prosperous in all areas of your life, mind, body, and soul. That is what he can do, and that is what he will do. And it's crazy, but I thank the Most High now for using me. I can't lie, at first I used to feel like, am I cursed? Like, why do I have to be the one that has these gifts? Why? Like, there was times, y'all have no idea what I have been through. You can't even fathom what I've had to feel and hear and know. The Most High reveals it. And it's painful. It's painful when you really know how people feel about you. When you really know how people have felt about you. When you really see things and things are placed on you and you have to really know the truth for what it really is. The truth. Some of you guys are about to receive the truth. You're going to receive the truth. And I feel like someone's going to tell you the truth. And I'm being drawn back to something coming out, like someone reaching out and it being revealed, that message. This truth is going to be painful. It's a painful truth. I don't want to say what I'm seeing, okay? So all I can say is for someone, just pray, y'all. Get close to the Most High. And just know that that's the only thing that matters. So yeah, that's what I got. But I gave you guys a long one because I know I don't give long ones too often anymore because I'm all about Patreon now. So you guys got this one. But if you would like to join over on the Patreon account, the link will be below. I would so appreciate it. I know we all are going through some sort of financial hard times, and everybody could be going through their own individual struggles, right? So no matter what, but it just helps me now be able to put more of my time over there. So if you guys would like to subscribe, the link is below, and that's where a lot of the full messages are if you want to get that. Okay, so other than that, I have, like I always say, I'm changing things up. I have holistic products. I think I like that a lot better, okay? Because I feel like I be scaring out with the spiritual, okay? So let's just say I got them holistic, okay? I got the holistic products, right? Over on All Things Spiritual, 444.com, where you can get the negative energy be gone spray. And I don't know if you heard, but a spray a day help keep the negative energy away, okay? So every day we must pray, and every day we must spray the negative energy be gone spray. All Things Spiritual, 444.com. And yeah, guys, so if you guys would like to support, me, I would love it. But other than that, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I thank you all for rocking and rolling with me, Miss T, on another episode of Therapy with Miss T, where we keep it real, raw, and uncut, right? So as always, this is not to offend anyone, whether good, bad, or indifferent, or however you feel about me. It is peace be upon you, within you, and all around you. I send you peace, and I send you love. And yeah, blessings, right? Bless up. That's what I send you. Back in my Younger May energy. What Younger May said? When they talk down, tell them bless up. I ain't giving no lecture. Ain't that what Younger May said? I love me some Younger May. But anyways, yeah, so she need to come back hard body, man. I don't know. I just feel like lately I'm just ready for that. Like I feel like it's coming. Like I feel like she gonna creep up on us with some real, I don't know. I just feel like I like Younger May. I don't know. But that's what she said. When they talk down, tell them bless up. I ain't giving no lectures. You don't have to give no lectures. Just tell them bless up, okay? That's what it is from now on. Tell them bless up. We ain't got to give no lectures. You at the phase now. You at the point now that if they ain't jump on the bandwagon and they ain't realize who it is now or what it's about by now, you ain't got to give no lectures. Just tell them bless up. That's what you want. For them to receive blessings so that they can too live their life and stop hating on you for yours, right? So that's what it's about, y'all. Just do God's will. It's God's plan, in the words of Drake. But let me go. So until next time, as always, guys, what we tell them, guys, we tell them, namaste.